Hello there, my enraging beautiful demons. Tell me, have you read the title yet? Are you fuming? Are you angry? Is smoke coming out of your ears like a cartoon? Good, cause I'm not taking none of it back. Yes, you heard me right. No matter how crooked your face gets or how much I tinkle my britches, I'll stand my ground till I'm dead. You wanna know why? Because I've got a damn good argument for it, and you are going to hear it whether you like it or not, mister and lady. Both equally beautiful? Oh yes, you are. So, long story short, ever since I was a small little gullible child shivering in bed, I was always profoundly interested in the Assassin's Creed franchise. You know, the whole thing seemed awesome. Like knights riding dinosaurs. The kind of feel that you can confidently call Boydina. The entire concept of fighting in the dark to protect the light, oh, it gave me a hard on even when I couldn't spit out any Swiss cheese. However, I had a bitsy tiny problem that prevented me from playing these games. I was a drooling imbecile. I couldn't understand English. Not only that, but I couldn't really navigate through the story nor the map, for all I could see was a deranged, sour man with cool hidden blades. Sure, it was awesome, but not enough to complete the story. But then, guess what? God's nectar did its job. I grew into the beast I am today, capable of understanding and comprehending, and that's saying a lot. Finally, I decided to start pursuing one of my passions from long past my childhood. And it wouldn't be a lie if I said one of the major reasons I did it was because I saw that undeniably hard clip of Connor running into an army with nothing but an axe. So I put on my belt, tighten it, and pull up my booty using my bootstraps and start my journey from where it all started, from Altair with the first game. It was good, not great, just good. It had the seeds that I needed to plant into my inheat noggin. And then I got to Ezio Auditore da Firenze. You know what that smells like? Like a French fart. The delicacy. I fell in love. Everything about the game made me fall in love. The smallest details in the second game, all of them made me come a little bit in my pants. Especially the music. Just so you know, I'll be talking more about these past games while I draw comparisons between the third and the previous ones. Anyhow, I finally just finished Connor's story, and I gotta say, holy fiddlesticks, it got me in my feelings, left me wearing a frown and feeling completely empty, but not in a fun, Vaseline in your rectum way. It wasn't even near the hype I was expecting out of this game. In fact, it fell miles behind the previous games. There are several glaring problems that I want to promulgate today, and the list starts with the time skips. Whenever something remotely interesting was happening, Ubisoft just decided to put the kibosh on it with a time skip. First, it happens with Hayden. He meets our badass native queen and boom, time skip. A slap in the face, but hey, we can move on. Then again, it happens when Connor is asking about the creed from the chief of the village. She says that they had helped Connor's mother, my face in awe, my jaw unhinged, thirsty for more lore. What do? Another time skip. At this point, I'm recognizing a pattern that I don't like. Moving on, Connor meets his master Achilles, the coolest assassins I had ever laid eyes on. They want to start training. I'm vibrating without a butt plug with excitement. But then, what do? Another time skip. They don't show us even a remote little scene of the training. No, we hop back into the animus, and Connor says with the most monotone, uninterested voice, so I just finished training, 2 years have passed, hey, whatever, on some nonchalant shit, I guess I'm ready, let's do this. Fuck off! Eventually it gets worse and worse, it never really gets better, to the level where we just get brief little explanations after major cinematic events. For instance, we kill our own father, the biggest event in the game. We hop in the animus, and this unit of a man dipped in chocolate has the hoopsa to just say, so yeah, after I killed my daddy, now Charles Lee is a new head of the Templar Order, I guess. Whatever. Oh, fuck off, you gotta be kidding me. I'm so frustrated, I can't even read it off the script. It pisses me off so bad. The plot holes. Oh, the Swiss cheese writing. There are so many plot holes in this game. Let me ask you a few simple questions. How did the tribe end up with a glass-looking apple of Eden? Why didn't the Templars just raid Achilles' base and kill him? It's just a freaking house with an immobile ship to begin with. Wait, they sent 5 soldiers in the beginning of a game, which an untrained little Indian boy that had never seen guns before killed. What the hell? Where is the army? Here comes the saltiest in my opinion. Why did Connor's lifelong friend betray him over one sentence from Charles Lee? A white guy, which is basically an alien to him. So practically, he took the word of the devil, the literal devil to these people, over his lifelong friend, which he had witnessed save the clan, the tribe, over and over again. It just doesn't make sense. At least to me. Speaking of Charles Lee, why didn't he just kill Connor at the end of the story when he captured him? Connor just walked in with no weapons. He let himself get captured, which is against the Creed's rules, I might mention. His argument, Charles Lee argument for not killing him. Oh, I want you to witness your people burn. Everything that you love will be gone. This argument falls flat on its face and belly once you realize that they had already sold their land and moved out of those areas that they were in, right? So you can't find his people, and even if you did, his people see him as a betrayer. They don't love him. Connor doesn't have anything at this point. He doesn't have his father. He doesn't have Achilles. His people don't like him. He might just have the crew of the ship, which I don't remember the name of, and that's about it. He doesn't have anything else. So why don't you just kill Connor? Why? It doesn't make sense. I was so angry when I was witnessing it all. I wanted to punch the wall because the story was so ass to me in that moment. Here's another one. Why did Charles Lee just accept his death when he was shot in the stomach? And he had a day to run away, but he decided to drink at a bar even though he could have been saved? What? Furthermore, why did the tribe leave the apple behind when they moved out? Even though they had explicitly mentioned that the sole reason why the tribe doesn't want to move or sell the land is because of the apple. And don't give me the reason, oh yeah, they left it for Connor. Oh fuck you. They saw Connor as a betrayer. Why would they leave their most valuable asset to him at that point? No matter, let's move on to the next bullet point, the missing context. My biggest grievance. The absolute refusal to explain anything about these characters. Why the hell didn't they explain how Charles Lee turned from a well-coordinated gentleman who actually had manners into a wacky, joker-looking ape? Mind to expand on that? And Achilles? Nothing! We got zero context about Achilles' backstory, just vibes and an old house, that's it. Speaking of Achilles, why was Connor always so pissed at Achilles? I never understood, I never fucking got it. What the hell was the matter with this boy? Every time we hop back into the Animus, I just saw every opening and intro. Connor, oh you bet you Achilles, oh you bitch. What's the fucking reason? They never explain. He says, oh, you're too old to stuck on your ways. But I never once saw Achilles disagree with Connor, beside the one time that he wasn't ready in his opinion. Why? For example, one time Connor says that, hey, the Creed fell apart, it went downhill because of you, Achilles, under your watch. How? What happened? Isn't that an important piece of information that might be valuable to the audience? What the fuck? But again, who cares? Let's move on to the next bullet point, the emotionless story. I dare you to say otherwise. Do you know how many deaths happen in this game? Numerous. It's an Assassin's Creed game. Do you know how many gave us any actual emotional impact? 0. In Ezio's story, you can physically feel how the death of his family reshaped his entire world. The music swells, the facial expressions carry the weight of a broken soul. But with Connor, each death is treated like a slight discomfort. His eyebrows just get closer. It feels like he's just stepping into a puddle with fresh socks. That's it, and he's finished. Sure, witnessing the death of his mother and the burning of his village, it sets him on a path, right? But then he never once mentions the impact again, or you don't even feel it in the story. You want proof. For example, once Hayden proves to him that the death of his people and his mother wasn't because of Charles Z, but rather because of his ally, the one that he's been fighting for, Washington, what does he do? Fucking nothing. He just brushes it off. So Washington is responsible for the death of my people, but hey, my man, it's not the time. Let's move on. Let's focus on the future. Even though I am who I am an assassin because of that precise event. Let's forget about it. I'm still gonna hate Charles Lee though. I don't get it. I just don't. The most impactful reaction that you get out of Connor after this towards Washington is in this little interaction that they have in this small moving the barrel exposing a spy side quest. Washington calls him up, they meet. Connor's like, hey, motherfucker, don't ever call me again, you bitch, you can handle all this, and that's it. That's about it. They finish it right there. They don't even talk about it. I can't take it. I couldn't take it back then. I can still take it even though I have uninstalled the game. Moving on to the next point, the gameplay. I give credit where credit is due. The gameplay of the naval missions, they were awesome. I love the ship fights. It made me feel like a pirate. I loved it. The cannons, the boarding the ship. It was all so pick. I loved it. I adored it. But the ground normal battles, just lackluster compared to what I had witnessed, the combos that I had witnessed from Ezio in the Brotherhood game or in Revelation. It all just felt flat, just normal. It wasn't bad by all means. It was just, what was that? It was just not great. I was expecting more with all the, trailers, the acts and the things. But it was just this. That's it. That's all the combos that you could have witnessed. And with other weapons, it wasn't even better. You could see one or two new combos, but that was just about it. You couldn't feel the gruesome, grotesque finishers. You couldn't really interact with them on a molecular level. Am I making any sense? Talking about weaponries and artilleries, holy hell, this game has to have the worst weapon buying mechanic that I've ever seen in any video game. What do you mean? I have millions of dollars in my pocket. I still can't buy a new axe. You know why? Because I actually haven't collected this material yet. Fuck off. I have the money. Who cares? I don't want to roleplay as a debt collector. I want to feel like an assassin. I shouldn't bother with that shit if I don't want to. You can have it in the game. You shouldn't force the players to do something like that. In the previous games, whenever I wanted to buy a new weapon, I just walked into a shop. I pressed buy. I had the weapon, that's about it, and I loved it. Moving on, I actually want to talk a bit more about the story itself. The entire game felt like a PowerPoint presentation, a brief explanation of what's going on in the game, or what the game was meant to be. What do I mean? This single game was the most anticipated one in the entire franchise. We were going to find out, hey, are we going to survive to begin with? At the nuclear waves, sun's explosion, is humanity going to survive? Beyond that, what was the first civilization? How did they survive? Did they survive? What is this protocol that we've been after the entire time? What do we get? Just a lackluster story. Yeah, they move forward so fast you don't even feel the impact of the story. I just didn't like it, man. Sure, they started great with Hayden and everything. When I found out, Hayden is a Templar, what the hell? Whoa. When we are eliciting the truth there, that was awesome. That was a great feeling. But then, once the story started, I don't know, it all just felt so fast and brief. I didn't like it at all. So yeah, Hayden is a Templar, his son is a native, he's an assassin now, he kills his father, boom, the truth is here. There were no protocol to save the Earth to begin with. We just, I don't know, transform into something else. The first civilization is nothing but just humanity, but taller and more beef and technology. That's it. And finally, my last point: the disrespect to Desmond. Do I even have to say anything? He was built up to be the Jesus of the universe. Everything started with him. The creation of the universe started with the thought of him. By universe, I just mean humanity, but you get what I'm saying. He was meant to be the coolest character in the franchise. What do they do to him? Sure, in the mid game, you see him being the modern day assassin, and oh boy, it's so fucking hype. He's running around killing people with no remorse, emotionless when he controls the apple. Oh, I'm shivering with cum in my pants. I loved it. What do they do at the end? They off-screen him almost. He doesn't even get a monologue. No one cries over him. No emotional impact no matter what. He doesn't even get his own music track. I was so angry. I wanted to punch a hole through my monitor once I witnessed what they did to him at the end. I was staring blankly at my screen waiting for more. I don't know if his soul ascends to something else at least, but no. Just a slideshows again that, hey, as a Desmond, if you decide to do this, this is going to happen. You'll be almost a god, unforgettable. You'll rebuild humanity and shit. His father is like, no, we'll find another way. No, there is no other way. Boom. Oh, Desmond, you fulfilled your destiny, and now I fulfill mine. I wanted to kill someone back then, man. I want to kill someone now. Ubisoft fumbled so hard, and now, frankly speaking, I don't even want to continue with the story. I know I will because I want to see where the franchise goes. But oh, holy moly, I am so disappointed. They had the greatest fruit of all time in their hands, and they just decided to do nothing with it. Hated it. I just hated it. I don't want to talk about this no more. I wanted to put out my opinion out there because I had said I will, and I did. If you disagree, if you have anything more to say about the game, or you think you can change my mind or I'm wrong, please do so in the comments. I am more than willing to talk about this matter and go into whatever conflict it might bring you. Bring it on. So yeah, thanks for hearing me out. Thanks for watching as always. I hope I'll get to see you in the next one. Subscribe and like the video. Bye bye. My mood is ruined.